Very good morning, everyone. A very warm welcome to my YouTube channel at the rate Master in English. I hope all of you are doing great. I'm also good. In today's class, we are going to discuss two very important topics of research methodology. So, first topic we have types of research, and second topic we have research process. So, students, these topics are very important because they help us to understand how research is conducted and which method researchers use, and in addition to that, what steps are followed during the research. So basically these concepts are not only important for examination, but these are also used for assignment. In addition to that, it is also important for viva and interview, but they are also useful in practical life and business decision making. Whenever a company want to improve its product and they want to increase the sales in the market, and they also want to understand the needs and wants of the customer, they want to understand the preferences of the customer or solve any business problems. So in that case they basically use the research. So today our aim is to understand these topics in a very easy way and in a very practical and interesting way with real life examples. So come to the second slide. So students, before understanding the concepts, let us first understand why we need to study these topics. So basically research is used everywhere in today's world. It is used in business, it is used in education, it is used in science. Moreover, it is used in medicine as well as it is used in banking. In addition to that, it is used in marketing and even daily life. So, let us understand with this very simple example. Suppose a company wants to launch a new mobile phone in the market. Before launching the product, the company wants answer to some questions. First question that we have: will customer like the phone? Second question that they want to answer of this question: which features are most important? Third question is what price is suitable? Fourth question is what color do customer prefer? Maybe red, maybe silver, maybe navy blue. So they want to know the preference of the customer. And next question is which age group will buy it more? So basically in the market you are aware about this fact. In the market people belong to the different age group: 0 to 5, 5 to 10, and 10 to 15, 15 to 20, and 20 to 25, 25 to 30, 30 to 35, 35 to 40, and 40 plus. Okay, so basically it's the responsibility of the marketer, it's the responsibility of the researcher. First of all, understand the age group, which category of people they want to target for their product. So in that case, first of all they want to understand the needs and wants of the customer. So now student, can the company simply guess all these things? So answer is no, because if the company takes decision without proper information, the product may fail in the market. So the company conduct research. This is the right method to find the answer of the questions or to find the solution of a problem. So company need to collect the information from the customers, studies the market trend, analyzes the customer behavior, and then takes decision. So basically this process helps the company to reduce risk. In addition to that, improve product quality. and understand the customer needs and increase the profit. So that's why research is very, very important for everyone. Now, students, another important thing is different situations require different method of research, and research cannot be done randomly. It follows the proper systematic steps called the research process. I'm going to repeat again. So basically, research cannot be done randomly. It follows proper systematic steps called the research process. So types of research and research process helps the researchers to conduct the research properly and effectively. So now let us understand the meaning of types of research. So student, all research studies are not the same. Different research problem requires the different method. For example, sometimes researchers want to gain knowledge and sometimes they want to solve the practical problems. In addition to that, sometimes they study opinions and behavior of the customers. Moreover, sometimes they study numbers and statistics. So because of these different purposes, different goals, research is divided into different types. So we can say that types of research mean different methods or approaches used for conducting research according to the purpose and nature of the study. So selecting the correct type of research is very, very important because it helps the researchers to collect stable data, it gives the accurate result and improves the quality of study. So basically, researchers choose the right research type according to their objective, nature of the problem, and availability of data and purpose of the study. So students, now let us discuss the first two important types of research. First type is basic research. So basically, basic research is conducted mainly to increase knowledge and understanding. It is theoretical in nature. The purpose of this research is not immediate practical use. Instead, it focuses on discovering new ideas, theories, and knowledge. For example, scientists studying climate change or human behavior, their main goal is to gain understanding and knowledge. So, this knowledge may become useful in the future. Another example is a psychologist studying the human emotions and thinking pattern. So, this research improves the understanding of human behavior. So, basically, basic research focus mainly on gaining knowledge. Next, we have applied research. So, basically, applied research is conducted to solve practical and real life problems. This type of research is directly related to business, industry, education, health, and society. For example, a cosmetic company researching how to improve product quality. The company wants practical solutions. Another example we have a school researching how to improve student performance. So, applied research gives the direct solution to the problem. Simple difference between the basic research and applied research. In case of basic research, they basically focus on knowledge. It is theoretical and it is useful in future. But if we talk about the applied research, in which we basically focus on solving problems, it is practical and we get the immediate solution, and we can use applied research in the immediate situation. Next, we have qualitative and quantitative research. So, students, now let us understand another important classification of research, that is qualitative and quantitative research. So, qualitative research is based on opinion, feeling, experiences. In addition to that, it is also based on attitude and behavior. It studies the human thinking and emotions deeply. The research does not mainly focus on numbers. Instead, it focuses on understanding why people think or behave in a certain way. So, overall, we can say that in case of qualitative research, basically we try to understand the attitude and behavior, and we want to know the opinion of other people, we want to know the feeling, we want to know the experience of other people. So in that case, we use qualitative research. For example, customer interview about satisfaction with a product. Suppose a researcher asks customers these questions. First question is, why do you prefer this brand? What problem do you face? What improvement do you want? So, this is qualitative research. It helps the researchers to understand people's thought and experiences. Next type, we have quantitative research. So, basically, quantitative research is based on numbers, statistics, percentage, and measurable data. This research gives the numerical result. For example, a survey showing that 70% of customers prefer online shopping and 20% prefer offline shopping and 10% prefer both online shopping as well as offline shopping. So this is the quantitative research because it uses the numbers and statistical analysis. So researchers use, in case of quantitative research, graphs, charts, percentage, frequency, and others. They also use the statistical tools to find the solution of the problem. In case of quantitative research, this research helps in measuring and comparing data. So let us understand the difference between the qualitative research and quantitative research. So basically, in case of quantitative research, we talk about the numbers, but in case of qualitative research, we talk about the opinions, experiences, we talk about the behavior of the customers. So basically, qualitative research explains the behavior, and quantitative research measures the data. So basically, in case of qualitative research, we use the interview method, but in case of quantitative research, we used survey and statistics. So next topic we have exploratory and descriptive research. This is the type of research. So next type we have exploratory and descriptive research. So students, let us understand two more important types of research, that is I already mentioned. So let's understand the first one, exploratory research. So basically, exploratory research is conducted to explore new problems or situations. This research is used when very little information is available in the market. So researchers conduct the exploratory research to gain initial understanding of the topic. So this line is very very important. I am going to repeat again. So listen carefully. So basically, researchers conduct exploratory research to gain initial understanding of a topic. For example, studying a newly emerging market trend. Suppose a company sorry notices that customers suddenly prefer eco-friendly products. The company conducts exploratory research to understand this new trend. This research helps the researchers to identify possible reasons and ideas. Next type we have descriptive research. So basically, descriptive research describes the situations, characteristics, and behavior clearly. It explains what exists in a situation. For example, study of customers' satisfaction level in a shopping mall. Researchers collect the information about customer opinion, behavior, preferences, and satisfaction level. This research gives the detailed description of a situation. So now let us understand the difference between the exploratory research and descriptive research. In case of exploratory research, where we basically explore the new ideas, and this research is used for initial understanding. It is used when little information exists. But in case of descriptive research, this research describes the situations, and this is the detailed explanation of any phenomena. It is used to explain the characteristics. Next we have meaning of research process. So now let us move to the second topic, research process. So students, research cannot be conducted randomly. Researchers follow the proper systematic steps while conducting research, and these steps are called the research process. Research process means the systematic sequence of steps followed while conducting research. It helps the researchers to stay organized and avoid confusion. In addition to that, it is very useful to save the time and get accurate result. So basically, research process acts like a roadmap. You can say that research process acts as a blueprint. Just as we follow steps while cooking food or building a house, researchers also follow proper steps while conducting the research that I already mentioned. So basically, research, at the time of research, we need to follow the steps, we need to follow the blueprint. Next we have steps in research process. So students, now let us understand the important steps in the research process. First step we have identification of the problem. First step is identifying the problem, research problem. For example, a company notices that decreasing sales in the market of any particular company. The company want to know the reason. Why are sales decreasing? And second step we have setting objective. So researchers decide the goal of the study here. For example, to find the reasons for low sales in the market. Third step we have collection of data. So basically, researchers collect information from different sources. For example, customer survey, interview method, or questionnaire method, or observation. So basically, it depends on the situation, or it depends on the problem. So basically, they identify here, if they want to know the behavior of the customer, then they go for the qualitative research. If they want to know the preference of large data, then they go for the questionnaire method or survey method. And if they want to know the opinion of the customer, then they go for the interview method. Next step we have analysis of data. So basically, collected information is analyzed carefully. Researchers identify pattern and relationship. For example, studying customer opinion and behavior. Next step we have drawing conclusions. So researchers interpret finding and research questions or conclusions, and Here, the researcher interpret the finding and reach to the conclusions. For example, customer dislike product pricing. So they come to the conclusion after doing research, after interpreting the result or finding. Next step we have giving suggestions. So researchers provide recommendation for improvement. For example, reduce price, improve quality, or improve advertisement strategy so that the sales of the product increases in the market. Now, now let us understand the complete research problem or research process with a real life example. Suppose a restaurant notices fewer customers. The owner becomes worried and want to know why are customers not visiting the restaurant. So the owner follows the research process. First step they need to follow: identifies the problem, asks customer for feedback, and studies the complaints. In addition to that, also analyzes food quality and service. Moreover, also improves the menu and customer service. And finally, takes better business decision. So this complete activity is called the research process. So students, research process helps the businesses to solve problems scientifically and systematically. So come to the conclusion part. So students, today we understood the types of research process. In addition to that, we understood importance of research. In addition to that, we also understood the real life example related to the research. We learned that different problems required different type of research, and research follows the proper systematic steps. These concepts are the foundation of research methodology, and if your basics are strong, advanced research topic becomes much easier. So thank you everyone for attending today's class. I hope now you clearly understand the types of research and research process in a very simple and practical way. If you found this lecture helpful, please like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel @Mastery in English. See you in the next class with another interesting topic. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Keep learning, keep growing, keep shining. Take care. Bye bye.